Hello everyone! Today I want to talk about changes to shields on the current 4.5 PTU patch. This is a 4.5 PTU build. This might not go to life like this, and there will be a lot of balance changes in the many years to come. Yeah, for example, CRG took back the changes to weapon damage and weapon range on 4.5 PTU. Let's start with things that have not changed. Resistance, physical, energy and distortion haven't changed. In standard settings, shields give zero resistance to physical damage. When you put more power to shields, they give up to 25% physical resistance. In standard settings, shields give zero resistance to energy damage and up to 50% if you put more power into shields. In standard settings, shields give 75% resistance to distortion damage and up to 95% when you put more power into shields. When shields are full, they let 55% of physical damage pass through and everything when they are very low or down. Changes to shields in 4.5 seem inconsistent. Shield HPs of size 0, size 1 staff and industrial shields are reduced to 26%. Most other shields are reduced to 77 to 78% of shield HPs. Size 0 shields, shield HPs in 4.4 and 4.5 reduced by 26%. Size 1 staff in industrial shields, shield HPs reduced to 26%. Everything else reduced to 77 to 78% of shield HPs they had in 4.4. With one exception, Classic Shield Polaris reduced to 73% of shield HPs it had in 4.4. Sultrad is a military shield. It is reduced to 26% but should be reduced to 78% to be consistent. Sultrad military reduced to 26%, but it should be 78% like all the other military shields. I guess CRG made a mistake. 5SA Radar, a size 1 civilian shield, is reduced to 26%. The other size 1 civilian shields are reduced to 78%. Radar civilian shield reduced to 26%. All the other civilian shields are reduced to 77 to 78%. Regional rates in 4.4 and 4.5 across the board reduced in 4.5, with no exception. Regenerational rates of many shields seem wrong in 4.5, for example, FR76 and Haltura. FR76, a military shield, has a regen rate of only 31.2 in 4.5. Actually, a lot of shields have wrong regen rates on the current 4.5 PTU. This looks like a point is in the wrong spot. I guess this is supposed to mean 312 and not 31.2. Size 0 to size 3 shields have less hit points in 4.5. Size 4 shields have more. Hit points 4.4 and 4.5. Size 0 less, size 1 less, size 2 less, size 3 less hit points, and size 4 shields more hit points. And of course we have classes and classes. What are you doing, CRG? When CRG introduced Polaris, they just put 890 shield in the Polaris and called it classes as well. CRG still has not managed to give 890 and Polaris shields different names. These shields are very different. Look at shield HPs. Classes shield 890, classes shield Polaris, almost double hit points. Actually, it should be double. Maybe another error. Giving the same name already led to errors in the past. CRG, this confuses your very own devs. Why not address this, please? And of course, if your ship has more than 2 shields, only 2 are active at the same time. This greatly reduces the active shield HP pool. In August, John Crew made it sound like it's not a big deal, but I think it is.
The ships with multiple S2 shields seem to have some power issues compared with ships with a single larger shield, as they consume much more power, but they perform much worse. In the past, you said that 6 times S2 of the Redeemer should provide an advantage in regeneration compared to a single S3, but currently they're not working this way, as the S2 shields have much worse shield regeneration. Whew. John.
That is very true. So we are in this sort of in-between stage of the current system and engineering. And I talked with Torsten yesterday to make sure I say the right thing here. So hopefully I don't misconstrue it. But with the engineering update, there's going to be quite a large change in how shields and other components function. And essentially, if you have a ship that has more than 2 shields, you will only ever have 2 available at a time active. So that means that if one of them goes down, your third one will come online to like take its place. If that one goes down, the fourth one comes online, fifth, sixth, whatever. So in terms of power consumption, obviously that changes things drastically because you're only having to power 2, but you have this sort of larger backup pool of shield generators. So in terms of size 2 versus size 3, all the sizes will have changes done. Like every single item is rebalanced with engineering. All the values you see now are not going to be the same as they are when engineering drops. So you can't really accurately compare that 6 S2s now to say 1 size 3 coming in the future. But that difference will be a lot less with engineering update.
As far as I know, on the current 4.5 PTU, if your ship has 4 or 6 shields, it doesn't work like John Crew described. Hopefully this is just a bug. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye. Auf Wiedersehen. But look, it's pivoting around me. Like it has no mass of an empty paper bag. And now I'm kinda lifting it up. Yeah, I checked. Pisces has a mass of 43 tons. I can just do this. Wow, I'm Superman.
Not because our physics code is terrible, in fact, it's great.
Hey, you're still here. You might want to join me on Twitter or on Blue Sky.